You guys talked a lot of Shohei yesterday. When I did tap in yesterday, I heard my boy David Sampson, and I tuned out for a second. It's like, hurry up and get him off the air.
He was spitting, though.
Lord knows we all want to hear from him about baseball shenanigans.
He was spitting. No, but you know what? It's fascinating to have him on. He had Ichiro in the Marlins organization for multiple years, and he was talking about, on his podcast, about the interpreter thing. And basically, when you sign a player of the ilk of, let's say, Ichiro, that guy comes with his own interpreter, and he does not pay the interpreter. The team pays the interpreter. Now, he also gives that guy a stipend, and the guy who was Ichiro's, I think his name is Alan, Ichiro's interpreter, apparently beloved by all. By all. And when people talk about, Shohei's interpreter was one of the guys. Yeah, everywhere they go, that guy goes with them.
Yep, no doubt. And he wears the team gear.
Yeah.
And even his Seoul, Korea, South Korea. He was standing next to Shohei 3 hours before the bomb dropped about this whole scandal that the stories flipped from Shohei's representatives. I mean, listen, this is the risk you take when you implement sports gambling into pro sports with pro athletes. You don't think a guy who's making the minimum knows that he's going to be part of a game plan, make it the baffled, a third-party source saying, hey, I'm part of this game plan here. The over-under looks good, dog. Let's get rich. Like, I'm not saying that. Calvin Ridley Calvin really didn't have to gamble.
Jameson Williams.
You think Calvin Ridley, Jameson Williams are the only guys gambling? This is it. Fantasy, pro gambling, it's all part of pro sports. So how do we regulate it? I have no idea. But Shohei just all of a sudden wire $4.5 million. Now,
did you hear our conversation yesterday?
No, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear most of it. I heard a little bit here and there.
You didn't hear about the 10K?
No, what's 10K?
So I'll throw it at you, and I want your opinion of this.
Right.
So, Spadoni made it out like if you he said something to the effect of, because Guru made it out like he was just helping a friend. Hey, look, man, I love you, Bonte. You know I do.
$4.5 million.
If your daughter,
I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Like, let's just take it at face value.
Let's take it at face value.
He was helping his friend out with a large debt.
Okay,
like,
but I think it matters what the debt is.
Yes. I can get down with that.
But hear me out. Hear me out. If you know gamblers, right, or you know somebody who's got an addictive personality, and they say to you, "Hey, Joe, I owe this bookie $10,000. Like, I'm the equivalent of what normal people. Right. That's a lot of money. You know what I mean? I'd be like, I love you, but I can't help you because that money's gone. No. Now, if your daughter needed $10,000 for some surgery or something, like, God forbid that would ever happen. I'm sorry I even said that, but of course I would do it.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, B, I love you. Me giving you $10,000 if you're a gambler and I know you have I might as well set down $10,000 on fire.
It's I'm not doing it either.
Thank you.
I wouldn't do it either.
Good. Yeah, I don't feel so bad.
I don't feel I wouldn't. You shouldn't feel bad. It's $10K and it's a gambling debt that, hey, first of all, why did you holler at me when you were down 3 G's
exactly.
or 4 G's or 5 G's? Why did you let it escalate to this point to get the $10,000? Now, this whole thing with the $4.5 million and the interpreter having a gambling debt, come on. There's more to the story. However, I know a lot of people are roasting Major League Baseball saying, come down with the gavel now.
No, I want to watch it down.
And it's like, baseball can't afford to have Shohei Ohtani. They have to protect him at all costs here. And they have to know that, you know what, there's going to be a risk in the future of guys gambling on games in the sport of baseball, especially now that you're trying to suppress contracts and go through all the arbitration. You just had the J.D. Davis situation.
100%.
He missed out on $4 million. What if he's like, I need to make up some cash here now? He probably doesn't. And a lot of people don't gamble, but this is the risk when you implement gambling in sports. Now, how does Shohei get involved in this? I have no idea. $4.5 million.
So it's a lot of money.
Like, first of all, there's a lot of the bookies who are not letting it get that far.
That's what my question is.
A lot of bookies are going to say, all right, I'm cutting you off right now. Yeah. You're in debt 7 figures. I'm not letting this rise and rise and rise and rise and rise again. But if you know that Shohei's the bank. If Shohei's maybe the bank, and maybe you're letting it escalate, then Shohei, your company, you're trying to make a deal, all of a sudden it gets out. How did it get out? Let me play the angle. So real quick, the bottom line for me with the interpreter is he's the fall guy. 100%. He's going to be taken care of in Japan. 100%. This is to avoid jail time.
Greg Anderson thinks he's doing a good one
This is a David Stern special. If you all see the Donahue docket, David Stern caught wind of the referee scandal. He knew what was going on.
It's an isolated incident.
It's an isolated incident.
A rogue referee.
Dude, come on. Come on, man.
Here's the angle that I would take if I'm Major League Baseball. Shohei has to play through all of this because I think the spotlight on this guy for every at-bat is going to be through the roof. We talk so much about how Major League Baseball is too many games. There's no sense of urgency. I would be doing the da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da. We cut live to Shohei Ohtani, who's in the batter's box right now. Every stadium should be doing something. I don't know what it is. I don't know what we need. Like, because I remember when Bonds was going through his thing, steroids, people threw inflatable syringes out onto the field. We've got to do something.
Yeah, no, we got to do something. How about this text, 925 Comcast Business Text Line. Bonte and Shasky, you guys hyped up the Giants so much that I went and bought tickets already.
Me too.
I haven't bought tickets in 5 years. Now, I haven't bought tickets. I'm probably not going to buy tickets because I know there's an avenue to get free tickets. However, I'm just well-rounded. Your boy will be at the park. They are a lot more intriguing. I was talking to Sean Jordan yesterday from Bleacher Report at the PCA.
How happy is he?
Oh, he goes, Bonte last year I wouldn't buy a ticket. I boycotted. He goes, at least this year, I'm open-minded. I'm excited. Maybe we can do this. And Larry Barrow is working the room. He knows.
Did he give you the Palo Banchero?
Oh, no, he didn't give me the Palo Banchero.
Double tap on the chest and point?
He didn't give me the Palo Banchero, but there is definitely an off-air story about that.
Yeah, did you reference me at any point?
And I knew you were going to somehow, some way. I knew somewhere.
Desperate.
Why would I mention you when I'm trying to get mine?
Living on a prayer.
Let me tell you about this Joe Shasky guy.
Are you serious?
Let me just give my money to you. Here you go, Joe Shasky. Here you go. But I did run into Backade, and I was shocked. Backade goes, hey, I listened to you guys, man. You guys are pretty entertaining. I was like, what? Matt, life after baseball must not be going so well for you. No,
oh, my God.
Everyone's got a little butcher in them. Not a little surprised.
Yeah, no, he didn't bring you up either.
Oh, damn it.
But anyway, this whole Shohei thing, and now I started thinking about this, and nobody's brought this up.
Give it to me.
Maybe that's why he deferred all the money. But that's why he's like, I know I have a gambling addiction. Let me help myself by saving all this bank. Let me defer this money until I'm 45 because I know I have a money problem. Maybe I'm a gambler. Maybe I like to spin. But let me defer this money knowing that, hey, if I do things the way I'm doing things, I know once life after baseball happens, I got money in the bank, and I'm going to be okay. Nobody ever brought that up.
It's the first step, always acknowledging the problem.
I'm telling you, man.
So you're telling me the guy who was hiding his wife from all of us, no one knew he was married, no one knew he had a wife, all of a sudden has, like, I don't know, man. There's just too many. There's just so much unknown.
First of all, I don't think he was hiding his wife. Like, I think about this now. Married. But see, I think about this now, too, and I want to protect my family. Nobody knew he was married. That's everybody else's problem. Everybody wasn't even tripping off Shohei's relationship. I'd never heard one person say, I wonder who Shohei Ohtani's dating. Everybody just assumed that, hey, Shohei Ohtani's crushing.
When you get someone like Shohei on your team, as David Sampson was talking about yesterday with Ichiro, I don't think you understand. There are literally a half a dozen Japanese reporters assigned to that particular beat that you would have never had the year prior. These guys are rock stars.
Right.
In their country.
And
so they want to poach and find out every single little thing about them. I do find it, in this day and age, with social media being what it is, where you can't step outside without an Adam Sandler TMZ, snapshot of him in shorts that are baggy. Like, everyone knows everything about everyone. I am surprised.
No, I'm not, because I could see how the Japanese media would want to protect their guy from the American public, at least. I could see how they would want to protect their guy and say, you know what? Shohei's our rock star. We want to elevate him, and we want to keep as much to ourselves as possible, and maybe try to protect this guy. But the whole wife thing, like, when people get, oh my God, he's married, blah, 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 we don't know if they're dating. Maybe he goes to Japan in the offseason. Do American beat writers or reporters keep up with him in the offseason? No, but I don't think so.
He's like I don't want to say this flippantly. He's like a demigod over there. The guy is humongous.
But maybe they knew about it over there in Japan, and maybe we didn't know about it. And maybe they just tried to protect him, saying, hey, we're going to keep your private life private.
It sounds like it's a complete mystery, and it was shocking. And then the entire ESPN broadcast for both games is just showing her over and over.
Well, that's just too much. But they obviously were dating. They kept it private, and that's cool. I don't think that's a big deal for anybody. And the cultures are different over there. It's so much different. The way they do things compared to the way we do things, they look down on us with the way we do things. And a lot of things we do in America, sometimes I'm like, man, what the hell are we doing? But you know what? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm confused. But you know what? Like, the whole Shohei, the $4.5 million debt, there is some smoke there. There's some smoke there. And I would love to hear from Pete Rose on the situation.
What about Phil Mickelson?
Phil Mickelson, he's got some theories here. And there's going to be more to this story. There's going to be people now who's going to be on Shohei, and let's see how he responds to it. Let's see how he responds to all the heat that he's going to get this season. Whenever he walks up to the plate, whenever he goes to a different stadium, how are Giants fans going to react when he get in the batter's box?
That's what I'm saying.
Are they going to be chanting here? Because it feels like Giants fans are loving this right now.
Viva Las Vegas. That's what I would be chanting. Like, what else could you chant? Royal Flush. Royal Flush. Like, Bonte.
Crapped out. Crapped out. Crapped out.
Shohei the money?
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
If I was putting together a starting five of athletes who bet, okay, when that connote betting, okay, starting five athletes who connote betting in terms of it immediately jogs me to them. It's got to be Phil Mickelson, Michael Jordan, Shohei, Pete Rose, and Joe Flacco, who bet on himself in that 1 year.
Well, no.
I did that just as Zanoni.
But it's Calvin Ridley.
Oh, Calvin Ridley, Ridley. So that's your starting five.
I mean, I got four. I don't care who the fifth is. I got Jordan. Well, I've got Jordan. I got Phil.
Enjoy. It's a hobby.
Oh, Charles Barkley.
How did I? You're right. How did I omit
Charles
that?
Barkley's lost millions. Millions.
So that's the starting five.
That's the starting five. Jordan, Barkley, Phil, and now... you got to know when to fold them. Now, the thing is, what were they betting on? Were they betting on baseball? Were they betting on horse racing? Were they betting on boxing? What the hell were they betting on?
I'm guessing everything.
The interpreter
I don't know.
Dude, the interpreter, he took the fall like a champ.
He did.
Sorry, my bad. No, the article explained he did say he bet on international soccer, NBA,
of course.
And I think those were the main two that he and NFL.
So
college football.
Everyone has their own opinions, and I don't know what you believe. I don't think I've ever actually gotten your. I believe in certain conspiracy theories because I'm a weirdo and I get it, and people can call me the tinfoil man. That's fine, the tinfoil hat man, whatever. I truly believe in my heart of hearts that there was some truth to the Michael Jordan suspension over gambling thing. That's what I believe to my core. Yeah. I find the whole thing odd.
I don't know. I've picked a lot of people's brains about that because I've wanted to know that. The guy needed to step away. Dad got murdered. The guy needed to step away. And I think Jordan was just I think Jordan really wanted to retire. He's probably was like, this is too much. I'm getting all this heat. Remember, they were showing all the cameras on him, and it was wild. The guy couldn't walk around anywhere. He was getting treated like he was Michael Jackson and Prince, some of the biggest icons ever.
Yeah, he was
so
humongous.
At the end of the day, I always think, why would David Stern want his cash cow to step away from the game? David Stern is about that money.
Well,
David Stern is about those ratings. David Stern is about being box office and competing with the best. Why would he take the face of his league and say, hey, I'm going to suspend you on the under because of the gambling? I just don't buy that.
Okay.
I don't buy it.
Well, we can disagree.
And I get to conspiracy theories. I've heard it all. But
the whole thing was very fishy, and I know his father's death is just, I don't want to ever poke light at anyone's father's passing, but the whole thing is very mysterious and very fishy, and to me, that's just I believe it more than I don't believe it, I guess is where I'm going.
Yeah.
I don't know to what degree, but there's clearly something there. I'm looking at this thing, B, and I'm saying to myself, I don't give two rips whether Shohei Ohtani bets on games or not. I really don't, me personally. But I do understand from Major League Baseball, if he's betting on the actual sport of baseball, I do get the outrage. But I don't care.
Is it worse to take steroids?
Steroids, there's layers to the steroid thing, everyone's like, you're cheating the other players. Yeah, you're also outworking them. There's lots of different angles. You still have to hit the ball.
Right.
You still have to execute and throw pitches. Yeah. It absolutely gives you an advantage. Otherwise, you wouldn't do it. I go back and forth on these things. I
don't. The conspiracy things. I don't know, man.
Do you think it's worse than steroids?
I don't think it's great necessarily, but what was he betting on? Was he betting against his team?
Oh, so it matters
what he was betting on. What was he betting on? How was he betting? It's just not a good look overall. Here's the thing. As I get deeper and deeper into my career, I used to bet on NBA basketball a lot. Okay. Especially my first few years here at 95.7 The Game. I was betting on it a lot, knowing that, hey, offshore accounts, I'm at the game, so you can't hit me with a live bet. I'm here. I'm watching. But now that I'm doing a pre- and post-game show and I'm getting deeper and deeper and deeper, I feel like it's unethical for me to bet on NBA basketball. It really does. I just feel like I'm sure it wouldn't be a problem. Probably like, this guy bet on pots or whatnot. But I feel like it's unethical for me to do it because I do know a little bit about something or injury reports, or I'm finding out earlier than most people there.
Got certain insights.
That's just, I just feel grimy with it. I feel grimy about that.
That's fair.
So there is some, you're involved in the game and you're betting on that batch and you're in the clubhouse. You may know a game plan that nobody knows. And it's like insider trading, right?
No.
You may know that, we're only going to pitch this guy for 4 innings. Now, we may think we'll take Walker Buehler, for example. We may think Walker Buehler's a full go. Okay, he doesn't have a restriction. But in that clubhouse, Dave Roberts may tell Walker, hey, we're only going to throw you 50 pitches. We're going to have you throw 50 pitches today. We're going to keep it easy. We got a big game ahead in 5 days,
believable.
blah, 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 blah. The public might not know that.
Yeah.
And so you may have Shohei may know that. It's like, we only go at Walker for 5 innings or 50 pitches. We're going to go to the bullpen. Our bullpen is shaky here. I know that. You know what? Let me take a chance and gamble on the over here. Or let me take a chance and bet on the prop saying Walker Buehler's only going to last 4 innings instead of 5 innings. So maybe there's something there, and that would be bad.
I want to ask you on the other side about, not just about the Warriors, but just like you've been around all of these locker rooms, the NFL, Major League Baseball, NBA. I want to know how much the actual topic of over-unders, plus minuses, like these props, and I know it's increased dramatically the most recent years, but I'm very interested, like, is there conversations quietly, like around the scenes of what's going on? Because I'm not in those locker rooms. I don't know. I'm just curious.